Hello. So we continue with data. We continue with entrepreneurship, because this is also about the company I created 2 years ago, and I wanted to do something which could be useful also for the potential entrepreneurs here. Because data science is extremely useful in many of the businesses that we're touching now, and in many fields can be also intriguing. You have already tons of companies working on that. The infrastructure, the analytics, the applications. There is the business model, but there is also the question about the data. And you have to understand why it can be useful. How can it be used in the day-to-day? Here, I'll take the example of Yves. Yves is a patient. He had 2 brain strokes. He's half paralyzed. His life is continuing. His life is improving. Also thanks to the technology. Because with that technology, which has been developed, now we can represent his life and observe it. That's examples, 9,000 points per minute, allowing to see how his body is moving, evolving, allowing to search for patterns. It's 2D, it's a little bit, complex, just think like that. You may not find exactly what you're searching for immediately, but this is about life, and life is more than just those 2D representations. You're searching for patterns. You're searching for what is happening to you every day. It's reminding you that maybe many of those days you're living are looking alike, but you're searching for the differences. A bit like those tennis players. I'm sure you already had that impression that you know where it's coming next. Because you've been learning, your brain has been learning about those patterns. And the best tennis players are like that. They can anticipate the moves thanks to their experience. This is also what would push you actually in choosing the doctor you have on that side. Why? Because he probably saw far more patients, far more cases. Therefore, he can anticipate the potential problems, and he has more experience to really choose what to do. Maybe you like the one on the left, but the thing is that it can also be slightly overwhelming, because if you pushed all those data, you go far too much in the detail. It looks like that. You're simply lost. You have that feeling that what happened in the past may have an impact on the future. It may reproduce. It may comparable or not. You're lost. It's full of stars. You're searching. You have the gems. You know something is coming. It's not yet here. But there are solutions, and it's moving fast. The first thing is to remind something that we know for quite a long time, is that, for example, mathematics and statistics are a wonderful way of simplifying the world, the universe even. You have people using that to study things that, you cannot even imagine. With those mathematics and statistics, so you can start grasping what is the essence of what you're searching for. Of course, you can make mistakes if you don't keep that in mind. You could think that you have a high correlation between movies with Nicolas Cage and the death by the flu virus are actually related. The correlation is there. It's not that related. The thing is that you also have new tools, new ways of organizing that data. It's not just about the curve now. It's about new ways of making the clusters, about splitting those. You have some examples here. Most of them have been developed during the past 10 years. And this is the part about really programming, what is called fancily the hacking skills. When you put the two together, you have something called machine learning. Makes you dream about artificial intelligence, obviously. Maybe a little bit afraid of it. What happens if you just let the machine learn by himself? You have this example. Google takes 10,000 computers, put them for 3 days, tell them, find me the best thing you can find on YouTube. The computer learned to recognize cats. That's the next step after the human. Actually, it's quite interesting. But maybe you can do slightly better. So you have to add to that the substantive expertise so that you can really make something useful already with the technology we have today. And that's where comes the data science. This is that part. This is what took nearly me 2 years to really understand. What can it be used for? By now. Choosing to push you the banana slicer you were dreaming of just at the right moment so that you can buy it. You will never miss it now. Or it can be used for high-frequency trading. Maybe that's useful, interesting also. But we're talking about life. We're talking about patterns for us, for our friends, for our family, everybody. Maybe there's something else that can be done about that, using those wonderful technologies, those 10,000 computers for maybe longer than 3 days. And that's, for example, what could be done for when observing patients. You remember HIV? You can learn about what is happening to that patient, to other patients, in a far faster way than could have been done in the past with clinical trials. Today, we gather more in 1 year than what has been done ever in the past. Oh, too many slides. So that's, the next point was actually that we have Eve. Eve is my father. He's now being observed continuously like that, and is helping the research in observing with many, many other patients to be able to anticipate what can happen to him, to others, to be able to choose the correct treatment. And that's it. And I think it's full of hope. And I wish that many of you will think about the way to use data science and will choose the best opportunities to make the world a better place. Thank you. Woo!